Today's video is brought to you by seedsnow.com.
It was revealed today by the Washington Post. The NSA has a new spying program. It's called UPSTREAM. But I guess you didn't realize how old UPSTREAM really is. Hey everyone, welcome back to AMTV. I'm your anchor Topher Morrison, and in today's national security news, NSA's new program, UPSTREAM, is 100 years old. The Washington Post today revealed new slides gleaned from the National Security Agency, NSA, and its systems. It's the slide you haven't seen, according to the Washington Post, adding to the cache released since May. The newest slide details what I would describe as an info tariff, as it were. The NSA program codename UPSTREAM. Unlike the PRISM program, which eavesdrops on domestic communication and collects information directly from the servers of tech and telecom giants like Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Yahoo, and others, the NSA, using UPSTREAM, is the first to levy this info tax and pluck information from the international communications using undersea cables. Cables essential to worldwide data flows, thereby intercepting information before it ever reaches U.S. shores. Former NSA contractor for Booz Allen Hamilton, Edward Snowden, and his revelations, as many of you know by now, merely provide hard evidence on what many other whistleblowers like William Binney, Kirk Wiebe, and Thomas Drake had claimed over the years. They, unlike Snowden, were received with little fanfare and almost zero reaction outside the alternative media. Today's confirmation of their revelations, however, is justified by the NSA under the slide's heading, FAA 702 operations, referring to a law passed in 2008 which allows, without a warrant, the spying on communication of foreigners thought to be overseas. As I have reported on before, the NSA, while it just celebrated its 60-year anniversary, has lived under various names for the better part of a century, and has, since its inception, been breaking U.S. law. Specifically on the subject of tapping undersea cables, while then NSA Chief Lieutenant General Michael Hayden rejected the idea of undersea wiretapping in 2001, claiming, quote, "There's simply too much out there, and it's too hard to understand," we know now searching endless streams and storing data forever is not technologically prohibitive, especially when an 11-year-old can navigate the process as easily as they command your smartphone. In fact, the NSA and the Navy, as far back as 1997, suggested the Seawolf-class nuclear submarine, the USS Jimmy Carter, be retrofitted under the auspices of special operations to enable it to pick up deep-sea cables, splice, and capture desired data. In 1921, America's Black Chamber, the proto-NSA, had been aggressively owning their own turf as well, especially when, for some odd reason, corporations didn't comply. James Bamford, in his book The Puzzle Palace, detailed how in 1921, when Western Union stopped cooperating with the agency, it sent a U.S. Navy subchaser after the cable ship Robert C. Clowry. After an ear-piercing boom sent a shell across the bow, Western Union finally got the message. The entire effort was to prevent Britain from a monopoly over communications between the U.S. and South America, at a time when Great Britain was eavesdropping on everyone in the world, as it had almost complete control over the world's cable systems, through which all international business was negotiated. As many of us know by now, the British Empire is barely a shadow of what it once was, crushed under entitlements and foreign obligations. Even Scotland is trying to emancipate itself from Union. But as revelations of their GCHQ revealed, its persistent spying has continued unabated to this day. It also provides an example for those in love with the idea of Pax Americana, or what the neocons call a new American century. In short, empire. It shows that even with all of the information in the world, gathered in violation of the people's trust and notions of rights and liberties, all justified under national security, that the end of empire or a nation seldom comes from the outside. It's only when the government is so invested in spending exorbitant sums on itself as it is now, spying on not only everyone foreign and domestic, but even amidst its various agencies, that paranoia has reached such a fevered pitch that an outsider, catastrophe, or popular revolution could easily end the pathetic psychosis. A psychosis which subscribes to the fiction that someone else besides our government is what we should fear. Capturing every quarter of the alternative media, watch AMTV News Monday through Friday. Got a tip or an interesting news clip? Shoot me an email at tophermorrison@amtvmedia.com Follow me on Twitter at AMTV News and like me on Facebook at The Real Topher Morrison. Find my source material and more videos like these at AMTV Media and greenwave.com. Both are part of the AMTV network. This is AMTV News, the voice of independence.